Hi guys, so it's been a while, but I'm gonna do a video on my system for this year 2025. I'm gonna start, I've got 3 journals. It seems like a lot, but in practice it's not too much. I've got my work journal, which is an A6 Hobonichi HON, I believe. I'll go through that. I've got my Avec cousin, which obviously I'll be starting the next 6 months soon, but that's my main planner, I guess you could say. And then I've got the 5-year. You've obviously seen the Avec already, so I'll probably start with my work planner, go into my 5-year, and then quickly go through a few things in my Avec. So with my work planner, obviously it's really difficult to show you guys much of it, but I'll try and do my best. So I have a weeks to accompany it. I usually put in my non-working days, or any annual leave I may have. I just use this little business card as a bookmark. Probably better things to use, but just using that. I put when I'm in the office, I put important things that kind of need to be done on that specific day in red, and then I put things that need to be done but can also be caught up on in blue, so they're not as urgent and important, I guess. But they're still important, they still need to get done, but they don't necessarily need to be done on that day. So that's how that works. And then I usually open up my day, and then I will put in the red stuff in a purple, and I'll put in the blue stuff in a blue, and then I'll go through it that way. First of all, I usually use the Coffee Monsters Co. I think they're the A6 labels for each month. Each month I use the different months. And then I also use dog stickers, because in my workplace we are allowed dogs in the office, and I like to keep a note on when we get dogs. I just think it's something nice to have. Yeah. So I'll go on to the month. Now I usually put a little sticker when we've got a dog in the office, and when I'm in the office, when the dog's in the office. So if there's a dog in the office when I'm not in the office, then I'm not going to put a sticker down because it doesn't really affect me. But when I'm in the office and when there's a dog in the office, I'll put it down. So I've got my non-working days, I've got what month I'm doing, so whether I'm doing a specific bank account or the tills or whatever, the days I'm doing invoices, the time I've got off, the office time, and then month end days, just to keep me in like knowing which day is which. And then I've got little stickers up here for each month, and then I have some Coffee Monsters Co. What would you call them, like little, oh, what's the name, holidays in here, just to keep, god, there's so many in December. So yeah, I'll go on to the dailies. So when I've got a non-working day, I usually put it in big writing all over the page, because that's showing I'm not working on that specific day, and I'll do the same if it's annual leave as well. And then this is just example. I've gone over some information that probably doesn't need to be on the internet. So like, as you can see here, I've put in the thing that needs to be done on that day in purple, and then I put in what can be done today or be caught up on in blue, and then I put any meetings and anything that's ad hoc or like just random bits and pieces like emails that need to be done in black. I put my start time and my finish time in black as well, and any lunch break I may take. I'm currently working 10 days into 9 days, and then I get every other Monday off, so that results in me trying to keep an eye on my time quite closely, so I know I'm working my time that I need to work. And if I don't do this and I don't have a record, I will forget, and then I'll think, oh, have I worked enough time, or oh, have I sent out something that needs to be sent out today? I will not remember. So that's why I need to have a record. I did send the CC chase up in this day, but I forgot to put it in because I just done it when I was doing the VAT recs. So that's that, and that's pretty much it. It's not too much to go through or anything, because obviously it's just work and there's nothing else to it pretty much. Next, I'll go into my 5-year. Now, I saw a video of someone, I honestly cannot remember who they are, but if anyone knows, probably don't, but if anyone knows, you can tag them below and like give them credit. But I remember someone saying that from 2025 to 2029 is their last 5 years of being in their 20s, which is the same for me. So then in 2029 I will turn 30. So this will document the last 5 years of being 20, which I really liked the thought of doing. So in this one, I just use these zebra Sarasa clip pens in the vintage, 2 sets of the vintage colours. I just use one for one day and then I alternate, so I go through each of these colours for every day, and I think it looks nice. So I'm just gonna like, don't read it too much because it's basically, it's nothing interesting, but it's just a simple breakdown of my day. So like, woke up today, had breakfast and went back into bed to have some horizontal time. So it's just what I do in the day, and maybe if something has happened in the news, then I will make a note of it. But some days there's a few sentences, and some days, try and find an example, and some days there is quite a lot, so I use the other page and I try and keep it, like I try and not go past this line. Sometimes it happens, but I think it's only happened once, so I think we're okay. I usually do make a note if I'm filling it out on another day that isn't the day, so I will do that also. And as you've seen, like with me going through, every day is different colour and then it alternates. Oh, and then this like just went under by like a line, but that's fine, we won't talk about it. So I do alternate the colours. I do make a note of if it's being filled in on a different day, and that's pretty much it. I usually put, it's usually more of a factual thing rather than an emotional thing. I try and keep it factual, sometimes emotion comes into it, but that is my 5-year. Next is the one you've seen already probably. This is my Avec. So obviously it's the January to June one because we're still in June. I've got a few Coffee Monsters Co stickers on the front. I've got a little postcard thing from when I ordered this, so that's why I've kept it in here. I've got a few Coffee Monsters Co little vinyl stickers here that I'm just not sure what I'm gonna do with. I've got some dots, some dogs, some more dots that I've actually forgotten to use, but we won't speak about that. And I've also got this little story that came with the Hobonichi this year. I don't know why I keep it in here, but haven't taken it out, so put it in there, never been taken out. So first of all, I have my habit tracker. For the last month I've had, well, for this current month we're on, I've had study, gym/swim, walk outside, read, drive, gamed, journaled and work on YouTube. So studying hasn't been done much. Working on YouTube hasn't. I've obviously taken like a week almost break, just over. Walking outside means just walking outside, getting time outside with nature. I don't really go out the house too much unless it's for work or like I'm doing something, so I like to keep track of that. Reading, driving, because I passed my driving test in January, so I've been liking to keep a record of that, but I probably won't in the next Avec. Gamed, I haven't really gamed for like 2 months, that's fine. Journaled and work on YouTube, like I said. This page I don't really know what to do with, because this page I'm gonna be tracking in the other Avec, so not sure what to do with that. Monthlies, this is a bad example because I filled in the December monthly and then was like, I don't actually like this or want this in my book, so I just stuck it together, so that's why the paper looks a bit funny. But my monthlies, I just keep a note of when I get paid, paydays, when I'm in the office, when I'm going to football, when I've got a non-working day, when I've got annual leave, when it's someone's birthday, and I've also got in like holidays and things, appointments. That's pretty much it that I keep in here. So these are just the ones from these first 6 months. I'm pretty happy with them, I like them. Now on to the weeklies. I usually try to have a schedule. I usually do this after the fact, so at the end of the day I will write in when I've worked, when my lunch has been, and when I'm going to a game, or I'll go to more recent weeks because they're a bit more easier to see. So when I'm watching a game, when I'm working, dinners, showers. I don't always put in when I have dinner and when I shower, but I like to try and keep a note of it. When I've took Lipsy on a walk, my dog. Gigs, I've got my Pilates classes, and when I'm in the gym. Birthdays, and when I'm watching football. And I try and keep it to that kind of stuff. So yeah, this is my most recent week. I haven't done Sunday yet because it is Sunday. So this is how my week's been so far. And yeah, we've only got how many more weeks? 2 weeks, because I'll probably do this week in the other one. That'll be stressful. I've got to do that. This page I wasn't really sure what to do. I just put an under construction sticker from the Coffee Monsters Co. And I put this, which was like from a Christmas present. I'm not really sure. Don't know if it goes, but anyway. On the first page of the month, on like the monthly open daily pages, I put the Coffee Monsters Co. prompts, and I usually try and do them every day. So I just have, oops, and then so I have my prompts. I try to do a to-do in here, but I don't really need to. This day I did, but I guess I don't really need to. I sometimes like to track the weather if something interesting is happening with the weather. I try and get pictures printed out. I use washi and stickers to decorate. Like this weather was very interesting because there was sleety, snowy stuff on this day. So that's why I made a note of that. I really enjoy keeping a record of Chelsea and football news. So this was obviously in the January transfer window. I kept a note of the transfers that were happening. Sometimes when my 5-year just doesn't have enough space and I need to write something down, I will write it in here. There's another one. I haven't really done that recently too much, but like here I put like a review of a book I had finished reading possibly, or just started, I'm not sure, but I had some interesting quotes I wanted to put down from it. So that's basically it. I've not really got too much else to say. I like to, it's a mixture of I guess a commonplace where I keep information of my special interest, but I'm not sure if that's the definition of a commonplace. But I journal about my special interests a lot, and I write down extra journaling bits. I try to decorate it as like a way of creativity and doing something creative in my life. And I also just have bits and pieces of like ephemera as well, so any random bits I pick up in when I'm going out somewhere or doing something, like here I've got a whole ticket. So it's just kind of a catch-all place. So I think I could go through it all, but I think I might do that at another time. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's quite a quick one, but I guess some videos are going to need to be quicker than others, and it feels weird, but that's how it's going to have to be. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you made it to the end, please make sure you subscribe for future videos. I'll be setting up my next Avec very soon, very soon, and I will also be doing a review of June and showing you everything that happened in June in my journals, and also actually I'll probably be showing you everything that happened in the whole previous 6 months as well. So I'll be doing that soon, so please keep an eye out for this. And if you like this video, please remember to like and obviously subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you.